What up? What up? What up, fam? Happy Friday. Welcome to Friday, Phil. I'm your host. You all know who I am. My name is Phil, Unfiltered. You know me. You know my baby kitty. Anyway, welcome to another lovely edition of Friday, Phil. Anything happen? Something leak? Anyone get added to any text chains today via the Signal app? Okay, that's a little too real. We got a lot of shit to talk about. We got a lot of shit to talk. That's for sure. CinemaCon is next week. Got some major casting that happened on Wednesday. A 5.5-hour fucking live stream from One Marvel Studios. Ben Affleck reflecting on his time as Batman. And, of course, to top it all off, a live-action Scooby-Doo series order at Netflix. Like, zoinks! Let's get the show on the road. Fillers. That's what I'm gonna start calling you guys, my fillers. My little fillers. Love that. I like that. Y'all like that? I like that. In case my shirt wasn't a dead giveaway of some shit we're gonna talk about today, definitely is. There's an Easter egg right there. The green is a giveaway. Come on, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, folks. And yeah, there was some other shit I saw like right before I went live. Of course, some possible casting, another rumored casting for another character in the Superman movie, which I'm sure will probably have its trailer debut on April 1st, which is what the streets be saying. At least I saw that in passing on Threads. Anyway. Who the fuck is in the chat? Of course, I see Donovan Martin as always. I'm much appreciated, my man. Welcome to Friday, Phil. What's he got for me today? I know you remain steadfast in your position on Peacemaker, but are you open to potentially having Superman knock your socks off if the story is right and done well? Look, if you go listen to the latest episode of the Eternal Night podcast that I just did with my buddy Chainsaw Reacts, who's also in the chat. Thank you very much, Chainsaw. We kind of talk about this a little bit. I am past the point of wanting things to be comic book accurate. Don't get me wrong, that's always nice. Or, you know, if you're following a certain book, if you're saying you're not going to do a one-to-one, then don't do a one-to-one, you know, just pick and pull. Be inspired by it, if you will. Tell me a good story. That is what I want. If James Gunn can achieve that with Superman, then I will be pleased. However, as I always love to tell people, Superman's kind of a tough nut to crack, especially for me. I love Man of Steel. I am a hardcore Zack Snyder fan. I love Man of Steel. I love that version of Superman. I love that origin respin of Superman. I think that is as close as you're ever going to get to a super serious take on the character, and that's ultimately what I was looking for. But I'm always open to interpretation. As Chainsaw and I discussed yesterday, this new Superman movie has a lot of potential to stand out from other Superman movies. Is that bar high? Not particularly if you're going just by the novelty of, well, how many Superman movies are there? Who's in it? What is the story? Because the first Superman movie, good movie. It's dated, it's aged. Still a good movie. Superman 2, solid follow-up. There's some things I can kind of shake my head at a little bit. Let's not talk about Superman 3. Superman 4 has good things in it, but it's not exactly great. Superman Returns is utterly forgettable. Man of Steel is top tier. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, again, top tier. Zack Snyder's Justice League, again, top tier. I just want a good story. If James Gunn can deliver that, if James Gunn can show me that he can have some restraint when it comes to a big gun like Superman, that is also where I will show some love and respect, for sure. Definitely. Anyway, Donovan, I see a lot of what you're saying here, but we're going to get to some of this stuff in the show. Don't worry. Braden, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome to Friday, Phil. Dalton Bell says 5 hours of chairs. 5.5, my good sir. 5.5. 5 hours, 27 minutes, 50-something seconds. And you bet your ass I watched it. All 5.5 hours of that while I was at work. I had nothing going on. I literally watched that whole live stream of chairs just getting lined up. You can ask Chainsaw. We were all fucking talking about it in the Discord chat. It was great. I loved it. I was a fan of it. I would laugh my ass off if Spider-Man 4 turns out to be street-level film. All these rumors about there being a multiverse film if it's street-level. I would never trust scoopers. We will talk about Spider-Man 4 a little bit. Don't you worry. It's time to get filled. You mean filled in. Ha ha! What up? Can't wait for Avengers Doomsday. Mumboy85DT, welcome to the chat, my man. Thank you so much for being a loyal listener. I really appreciate you. Nice Shaggy voice. Zoinks! You don't say, Scoob! I know. Been practicing that Shaggy voice for years. I was Shaggy my senior year of high school for Halloween. It was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. See how many people were watching the Avengers Doomsday cast announcement stream. Apparently the total number was 275 million. It's a pretty large number if I do say so myself. Que pasa? Just stopping by at work, my boy Ronan in the chat. I hope you have a great rest of your shift, my man. Mumbot. Also, Nerdrotic and Chris Gore are freaking dicks. The way they are reviewing the Avengers Doomsday announcement was horrible. And Bo DeMaio has now become a toxic jackass. Well, if you're referring to some shit they've said on Twitter, I haven't seen it because I'm not on Twitter. But I will say, Nerdrotic is a racist, old school, dumb fuck, dimwit, himbo sack of shit with the ugliest beard I have ever seen. And Chris Gore, well, that's just a fucking crying shame because that dude, I know of him for praising the Snyder Cut, and then everything after that, he's just taken a giant shit on. So, it doesn't shock me that they were going over the Doomsday announcement and just being horrible. As far as Bo DeMaio, I did see his assessment of all of this, the Avengers Doomsday casting. Someone shared a screenshot of something he had said, and I was like, dude, are you still mad about being fired from Marvel? And look, I met him. Okay, I met him on the floor at Comic-Con. I had a conversation with the guy. Nice guy. But then again, I can only root that off of one conversation. I don't know what he's like behind closed doors. I don't know what it's like to work with him. I don't really know how he feels about any of that other shit. I don't know what the fuck led him to getting fired for sure. I don't know those fine details, okay? But I will just say that it's a little insecure to comment on, saying that there aren't any big hitters in this announcement when it's hello? Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen? What the fuck? Really? Oh fucking K, guy. Whatever you want, bro. Whatever. But, yeah, I saw what he had said, at least a snippet of what he had said. I don't know if there was a chain to follow that, but my immediate thought was, damn, bro, you're still butthurt about being fired from Marvel, so much so you're going to, complain about the casting of their current movie. Venom Slash coming over from Chainsaw Reacts. What's up, man? And 10 hours more for part 2 of Cheers. We will get into that. Bet your ass we will get into that. I had no clue what was going on with that live stream until later. Watch Ronan lose his mind. I saw a little bit of Ronan's stream, just a smidge of it. I didn't catch the whole thing because I was busy just watching the announcement stream by itself. I watched the chairs. It's okay, Donovan. I watched the chairs too. We all did. Well, I did. I know a couple other people kind of came and went. You know. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, shall we? So this came pretty early on this week. And I'm going to be reading this from, of course, the dreaded Variety. Even though they're not that dreaded. It's only when they put out hit pieces that they are dreaded. All right. Kicking things off in true blue, green. His fucking necklace is blue and green. Fashion. Scooby-Doo! Live action show ordered to series at Netflix with 8 episodes. Well, that's ironic because most Netflix series usually end at 8 episodes. See what I did there? The Scooby-Doo live-action series is officially moving forward to Netflix, with the streamer picking up the show for 8 episodes. First reported to be in development at Netflix in April of 2024 with a script-to-series commitment. The show will delve into how Mystery Incorporated and their beloved Great Dane first team up together. As previously reported, Josh Applebaum and Scott Rosenberg serve as writers and showrunners and will executive produce, along with Andre Nemec, Jeff Pinkner, under their Midnight Radio banner. Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schechter, and Lee London Redman will executive produce via Berlanti Productions. Warner Brothers Television will produce. Berlanti Productions is currently under an overall deal at WB-TV, with the studio controlling the rights to the Hanna-Barbera characters. Quote, Mr. Inc. is back in business. We are excited to bring Scooby-Doo to TV as a live-action series for the first time, said Peter Friedlander, Vice President of Scripted Series for Netflix. The beloved franchise has had an impact on pop culture, and that is undeniable. It's rich with universal themes of friendship that generations of fans have long embraced. Together with creative powerhouses, Berlanti Productions and Midnight Radio, we're committed to delighting longtime fans and opening up a world of groovy adventures for a new era of meddling kids. The official logline for the show describes it as a modern reimagining of the popular cartoon show. During their final summer at camp, old friends Shaggy and Daphne get embroiled into a haunting mystery surrounding a lonely lost Great Dane puppy that may have been witness to a supernatural murder. The logline reads, quote, together with the pragmatic and scientific townie Velma and the strange but ever so handsome new kid Freddy, they set out to solve the case that is pulling each of them into a creepy nightmare that threatens to expose all of their secrets. One of my favorite jobs in Hollywood was sitting with Bill Hanna and Joe Barbera while they signed animation cells, Berlanti said. Josh and Scott and everyone at Midnight Radio have crafted a story that captures their amazing spirits and their genius creation. We are grateful to them and everyone at Warner's and Netflix for the partnership in helping bring this new iteration of Scooby-Doo to life. This will not be the first live-action Scooby-Doo project to make it to screen. Most famously, Scooby-Doo was released in 2002, starring Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Matthew Lillard, Linda Cardellini, and... why did it scroll up? What the hell? Don't do that to me. And Neil Fanning voicing Scooby-Doo. The film was box office success, generating over $250 million worldwide. A sequel with the same cast, Monsters Unleashed, came out in 2004 and grossed over $180 million. There was live-action TV films, Scooby-Doo The Mystery Begins, and its sequel that were released in 2009 and 2010. I remember watching those not being as good as the other two movies. Wide range of Scooby-Doo animated projects over the years, beginning with the original cartoon series in the late 1960s. Various incarnations have followed over the years, spanning multiple animated series and films. Most recently, the animated film Scoob! Holiday Haunt was meant to be released on Max, but was scrapped in a cost-cutting move. Max previously aired the animated series Velma, with Mindy Kaling voicing the bespectacled member of Mystery Gang, but the show was canceled after 2 seasons. All right, that's kind of where I want to just end that, right? Because I don't need to delve any further into that. Anyway, so Scooby-Doo series at Netflix. Well, it can't be worse than Velma, right? It can't. There's no way this can be worse than Velma, right? Like, just that log line alone has me kind of intrigued. I'm not going to lie. Like, during their final summer at camp, old friends Shaggy and Daphne get embroiled in a haunting mystery surrounding a lonely lost Great Dane puppy that may have been a witness to a supernatural murder. Together with the pragmatic and scientific townie Velma and the strange but ever so handsome new kid Freddy, they set out to solve a case that is pulling each of them into a creepy nightmare that threatens to expose all their secrets, right? So, I get the feeling that had the CW not been bought by Nexstar and had Berlanti Productions continued their ventures on the CW, once Riverdale ended, this would have for sure been on the CW. But since it's on Netflix, now they can kind of push the boundaries of just kind of how gruesome they can go with this. I think if they're smart, they will take cues and notes from the likes of Wednesday. You're probably going to get some inspiration from Stranger Things there too. But I do think this is actually a pretty solid idea. Netflix notoriously makes shows into a season or two, and then they can them. I feel like with a property like Scooby-Doo, this is something you can do on a nice, decent budget. The only thing you really kind of have to invest some money in if you really want to throw some cash at it, you're going to have to fucking make Scooby, at the very least, CGI something. Like, if he's going to talk, then obviously, like, there's going to be some trickery going on. Now, the thing is like Shaggy and Daphne are the friends, and then they recruit Velma and Fred, respectively, and Fred's the new kid. Okay. All right. Well, hey, at least it's a Scooby-Doo show with fucking Scooby-Doo in it. Right? Looking at you, Mindy Kaling. Like, you can't fucking make a TV show rooted from Scooby-Doo and not have Scooby-Doo in it. What the fuck? But seriously, like, I'm game for this. I like it. I like Scooby-Doo. I've been a huge fan of Scooby-Doo since I was a wee lad. I will watch it. When the casting happens, I'm sure I'll talk about it. But I'm sure someone out there is like screaming into the void. That's for sure. Oh, don't trust anything that rat says. He said that Superman was a bad movie, then said Superman was a great movie. Which one is it, Jeff? Yeah, I know, right? Nothing much, just chilling, watching March Madness. How are you? I am great. I'm great. I am so great. So great. Thank you, Venom. Thank you for asking. Dalton says, live action Scooby-Doo series? Fuck it, we ball. We ball. We ball, right? We ball. Turn this down a little bit more. Yeah, we ball. We definitely balling for Scooby-Doo. That's for sure. Gotta admit, when I saw this news, I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome. I like me some Scooby-Doo. Always down for some Scooby-Doo. Always down for some Scooby-Doo. Can't wait for casting. Can't wait for any of that shit. Now, moving right along, speaking of casting, let's move into something that was just like, let's treat it as breaking news just for the shits and giggles aspect of it, right? You know? We got this, and that is Bradley Cooper as Jor-El. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Don't really know for sure. But according to Viewer Anon, Bradley Cooper reportedly plays the role of Superman's biological father Jor-El in James Gunn's Superman. Not really sure what to make of this news. I mean, I had a feeling if Bradley Cooper was going to join the DCU in some capacity, I always thought it was going to be, you know, minimal role. Something where he didn't have to do much, if at all. And to be quite honest, if this is true, this would fall into that category. Now, the question is it true? I don't know. Everyone's acting like it's true. And this news is so fresh. And I use that term lightly, news. Because let's be real, this is a scoop at best. This is rumor at best. Until Mr. James Gunn comes out and confirms or denies one way or the other whether or not this actually is true. And considering CinemaCon is a week away, in the inevitable event that they cut the trailer to have Jor-El in it, and it is Bradley Cooper, well, that would just be a confirmation in and of itself, now wouldn't it? Obviously, there is some talk about test screenings happening for Superman recently. You know, everyone knows my favorite friend, the Rat, has talked out of both sides of his mouth when it comes to this. You know, mere weeks ago, the end of February, he said the test screenings were bad. And then like a week ago, he said the test screenings were good. And I was just like, well, what is it, Jeff? Right, you don't know. So there's that. Look, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bradley Cooper be Jor-El in this movie. I mean, if you're going to do Superman in live action, it's not so much in the way that people are tired of seeing the death of the Waynes, because when you think about Superman, when you talk about Superman as a character, the fact that he is an orphan alien from Krypton is kind of a big deal. And every time you do a version of Superman, it's kind of inherent that you kind of have to have his parents there in some respect, both the biological parents from Krypton, Jor-El and Laura, and then of course, obviously, you know, Martha and John Kent. So I don't know. Like, I'll wait till the goddamn movie to watch the goddamn movie and see if this pans out to be true or not. We'll see. Matter of fact, shits and giggles. Shits and giggles. Let's make a poll. All right, let's see. Do you think Bradley Cooper is Jor-El in Superman? Yes, no, start poll. Have at it, folks. What y'all thinking? Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Dalton says, that's a choice, I guess. Mom, what? Now people are going online saying, oh, James Gunn is casting actors from his old movies. What director doesn't do that? That is such a fucking nothing burger thing for people to try and get him at. Like, everyone does that. Every director I've ever seen uses the same actors in a lot of their same movies. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, if you're going to jump down James Gunn's throat for using Michael Rooker in all of his movies, or like, I don't know, Tim Burton using Johnny Depp in damn near everything, like, cry about it, I guess. I don't know. Like, it just seems kind of silly to me that you'd try and be like, oh, gotcha, you're using so-and-so from that last movie. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, if I like working with people and I like making stuff with people, I'm going to work with them again to do other things. Like, that's kind of how collaboration works. Maybe, just maybe, if you got up off your ass, out of the chair, out of the bedroom, into the yard, onto some grass, you might understand it a little bit. Maybe make a connection with someone walking by saying, hey, how you doing? Just a thought. I don't know. Little movie Perp says Tom Cruise, baby. No, probably will be. If people do get angry at James Gunn for casting people from other movies, you should also be mad at Chris Nolan for Zack Snyder. I agree. Like, how many movies did Christopher Nolan make with fucking Michael Caine? Michael Caine is in like every one of his movies except for Tenet, because he retired. Oh, Nolan made Tenet and Oppenheimer. Like, hello? What are we doing here? And like, Zack Snyder has worked with Carla Gugino on more than one occasion. Like, what the fuck? I just don't get it, man. I don't understand. Oh, Michael Caine was in Tenet. You're right, Donovan. Thank you. So after Oppenheimer, because he retired somewhere in between there. You know? So it's cool. Like, it's just dumb. It's just really dumb to get mad at a director for being like, oh, you're using the same fucking person again. Wah, I guess? Like, boo-hoo? Wah? Like, fucking, like, I feel like if nerds got really mad when they hear, like, a familiar actor is working with a director they've worked with before, this is probably how they're going to react. Not what Dalton's saying, but the clip I'm about to play. I guarantee you that's how nerds react every time they see something like that. Promise. make that goofy ass Chris Nolan having actors that he had in those other movies show up in Oppenheimer or show up in the Odyssey. Right, exactly. Like you can't be mad at when James Gunn does the same thing other directors do. Like that's hypocritical. Wouldn't you say? Like the casting. He retired post-Tenet. Thank you, Donovan. Who isn't in the Odyssey? Tom Hardy. I don't like it being revealed on the internet this way or this early. Well, unfortunately, Derpy Entertainment, such as the internet, and everyone likes to know everything immediately because everyone likes instant gratification, unfortunately. People did that with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp in the mid-2000s. I mean, listen, as I've said, as I will continue to say, if a director likes working with an actor, lead or otherwise, they will use them in every project or most of their projects. This is nothing new. So anyone getting mad at any director, be it James Gunn, Nolan, Snyder, Tim Burton, Denis Villeneuve, whoever, that's a fucking you problem. And I'm not saying you, Movie Perp, but I'm just saying, like, that is a general you, is in the audience member, viewer, you. That is a fucking you problem. You cannot sit there and go, oh, well, I wish Zack Snyder would stop using Patrick Wilson and everything. Why? Do you need a tissue? Do you need, like, some ass tissue? Do you need to go, like, cry in a corner? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just like how people like Brucifer was complaining the other day about bringing back the OG X-Men cast from 2000 film instead of using the cast from the First Class movies. Why the fuck would they use the First Class cast? Why? They've all pretty much said that they're done. Like, James McAvoy is like, yeah, no, I'm good. Michael Fassbender, also, yeah, I'm good. Nicholas Hoult is fucking Lex Luthor. Why would he come back as Beast for this? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And really? Jennifer Lawrence is going to come back and spend like 8 hours in that Mystique makeup? Fuck no. Absolutely fucking not. No, I'm sorry. Look, they serve their purpose to play younger versions of those characters. The reason we're getting Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, all of them, is because those are the ones that people... fans who've been fucking watching Marvel movies as long as I have, that's who they think of. I even when the First Class crew, when those movies were being made, and I'd be like, oh, there's a new X-Men movie coming out. Friends that I go to, friends that I talk to, people in the real world were like, oh, is Patrick Stewart playing Professor X again? Because Patrick Stewart is synonymous with Professor Charles Xavier. Because Ian McKellen is synonymous with Magneto. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. People, like, those movies have their fans. But the thing is like, there's only, like, 2.5 good movies out of those 4. Because Apocalypse isn't great. Dark Phoenix is also not great, but it's better than Apocalypse. First Class is fine, and Days of Future Past is probably the best one. And I have issues with all 4 of those movies. It's very annoying that this leaked because the dude got mad at a Reddit community not believing him. This was meant to be a surprise saved until the movie came out. Oh, well, I guess. RJ, I find this very, very funny coming from you. Because not even a day or two ago, you told me in a Discord server that this is just something we have to live with. And now it's annoying? Huh, it's almost like what I've been saying the whole fucking time. But hey, you know, to each their own. Look, I'm not mad, okay? I'm not mad at all. I'm not shocked that it happened. I'm not like, and again, like, is it even real? Is it even a thing? Like, has James Gunn come out and said, yeah, Bradley Cooper's Jor-El? As far as I know, no. Like, I've got threads up. I haven't seen him say anything. My phone hasn't gone off, so... like, is this even really a thing, or are people just getting mad to get mad? I just don't get the point. James Gunn is using the same actors. Right. Yeah, that's exactly what we've been saying. Base first ass. Am I right, boys? My friend Mike Snyder would actually. He is not a fan of first class like at all. The only people I would like to see from first class is James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anyone from the first class cast is coming back at all. If those chairs for any of that were any indicator, that's it. Like, we're not getting anyone from the first class era. Sorry. Like, I like Sophie Turner. I think she's great as Jean Grey, but that ain't gonna happen. Ty Sheridan tried as Cyclops. Keyword tried. How's Professor X gonna die in this iteration? Well, that's the thing. Professor X dies and comes back all the time. Scoopers have fragile egos. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Donovan. And plus, we will see James Morris in his comic book accurate suit, and he will probably be more like the comic Cyclops. I am just waiting for James Marsden to put on that blue and yellow suit and then say in Avengers Doomsday, to me, my X-Men. I am waiting for that to happen. Cannot wait for that to happen. Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, my God. That's too funny. That is way too funny. Way too funny. Too funny. Oh, Glimmercast. Hi, Rhea. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting people know to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. RJ can't get a break here either. I'm dying. Oh, that's funny. Sorry, RJ. I didn't mean to call you out, dude, but I just find it really funny. Posting rumors is one thing. Saying you're leaking this because you're mad someone called you a liar, that's where I get annoyed and actually get upset, because that's just you being a douche. Well, newsflash, RJ. A lot of these scoopers are, wait for it, egotistical douchebags aiming on a grift and just wanting your clicks and money. That's why Daniel RPK throws all of his scoops behind a fucking paywall in Patreon, because he wants you to pay for his bullshit. Same with Grace Randolph. That's why only fucking paid subscribers can watch her shit. I digress. Look, I could go on a fucking tyrannical rant about why scoopers are fucking lame, okay? But we're not here for that. What was your favorite cast announcement from the chair stream? I will get to that. I will absolutely get to that. Even Jeff Snyder said this guy was an a-hole for doing this. Oh, the pot calling the kettle black much? What a fucking shock. I'm not shocked at all. Fuck Jeff Snyder. That dude's a fucking rat. Anyway, speaking of the rat, before we get to the big stuff, here's something the rat tried to peddle. The Chameleon is allegedly the villain in Spider-Man 4, according to Jeff Snyder. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Bullshit.
You lying sleaze. You want to rethink that answer?
Here's why that's bullshit, okay? Because it's pretty evident that Sony Pictures and Marvel have some kind of unpublic agreement about which Spider-Man villains show up when and where, and who can be used and who cannot. So Jeff Snyder trying to say that the Chameleon is going to be the villain in Spider-Man 4, bullshit for 500, Alex! Because the Chameleon was in Kraven the Hunter. And I doubt Marvel Studios wants to reuse a villain used in a movie that just came out last year. I doubt that. 100%. Ain't no fucking way the Chameleon of all characters is going to be the villain in Spider-Man 4. Ain't no fucking way. Sorry, it's just not happening. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Total bullshit. Bullshit of the highest degree bullshit. Absolute bullshitaka. Bullshit, I say, bullshit. Anyway. I agree. I don't think anyone from the first class is coming back. Honestly, put my money more on seeing Wesley Snipes coming back as Blade. Wouldn't be shocked if Wesley Snipes came back to join in on the fun for Avengers Doomsday. Say the villain for Spider-Man 4 may be a female villain, possibly one of the inheritors. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Silver Sable? Maybe Sadie Sink's playing Silver Sable. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Wish I knew. Actually, no, I don't. I want to be surprised. If the film is street level, I would go with the Scorpion as the main villain. Even if it's set on Battleworld, I would go more a multiverse villain. I think you can have it both ways. I think if Spider-Man 4 is a grounded street level movie, who's to say it can't take place in a post Avengers Doomsday Battleworld mixed world setting? Right? Right? Am I right? I don't know. I don't smell my own farts. That's weird. Yes, Dalton, he is a rat. He is very much a rat. Hello, K. Sanders. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Welcome to the show. Also, he would not be called the Chameleon. So what's the point of him being in this film when he's not going to be called the Chameleon? As I said, Braden, and I know, like, I'm not like saying this directly towards you or in response to like what you're conveying, because I agree, but as I said, to further push this point, Marvel Studios isn't going to use a villain that was used in one of the Sony movies. That's why you haven't seen Venom. That's why you haven't seen Madam Web. It's why you haven't seen Kraven or Morbius. Even though No Way Home kind of hinted at Morbius, or not Morbius, Kraven and the Rhino, which is ironic because Kraven and Rhino literally showed up in a movie that came out 3 years later. Irony, top tier irony at that. But seriously, like, I don't think they're going to use Chameleon. I think that would completely just, I just don't think it's happening. And I'm just comfortable saying Jeff Snyder's full of shit with that. Speaking of Jody's Corner, I keep saying Jody Corner always talking down Aaron Pierre ever since Aaron got cast as Jon Stewart. And Jody's Corner want Jonathan Majors to be Jon Stewart. How do I respond to this tastefully and not disrespectfully? Jody's Corner is a fucking moron. That's what I'm going to say. Because that dude, if I remember correctly, that moron and his ugly fucking beard too. He's got, I don't get it what it is with nerds and ugly beards, and they have like, they're really loud on camera and they have like these massive followings and their beards are just really unkempt and really just like horribly looking. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jody's Corner was the one who like looked right at the camera and went, "I believe Joss Whedon." So he's a fucking idiot as far as I'm concerned. Then again, I have a habit of telling a lot of people that I think this person's an idiot, that person's an idiot. I have absolutely zero problem letting people know I think such and such is an idiot. Jody's Corner falls into that category. Isn't there a rule that if Sony uses a villain first, Marvel can't use them? I believe that has been circulated. I don't know for sure. There's a part of me that wishes I would have palled around with my buddy John while I was at Comic-Con, because he ran into Kevin Feige, and that is absolutely one question I would have asked Kevin Feige. Like, hey, what is up with Spider-Man in the MCU? Like, can you guys use him? And is there like, do you guys have to talk to Sony about which villains get used where? Like, that is something I would have absolutely asked him had I been given the opportunity. And why would they introduce Chameleon when they haven't even introduced Kraven the Hunter? I think they were rather want to introduce Kraven first before introducing his brother. One would think, Braden. One would think. Didn't Jonathan Majors just confirm he beat a woman? Yes, his ex-girlfriend. Matter of fact, he 100% confirmed that he choked her and did some other heinous shit that you just shouldn't do to a woman. So, unfortunately, yes. Ooh, Ray with a hot take. I believe the Sonyverse will be incorporated in the MCU one day. There's a part of me that's hesitant to agree with that. But I feel like Kevin Feige is pretty adamant on none of that happening, which is disappointing. It's always disappointing when you hear an actor make so much talent and then they say, yeah, I beat the woman. Right, exactly. It's very, very, very disappointing. 100%. Anyway, moving off of the chameleon stuff, let's roll into, well, Ray asked me what I thought about this, and we'll just roll right into it. These are confirmed castings. Avengers Doomsday. Now, Marvel Studios held a 5.5-hour live stream where every 12 to 15 minutes they set up another chair confirming a cast member for the movie Avengers Doomsday, which is now in production. I have here the entire list of people in this movie because I took the time to just type them all out because I just wanted to do that for myself. So I will read them off in chronological order in which the chairs were laid out. So, we have Chris Hemsworth, I'm assuming reprising the role of Thor. Vanessa Kirby, playing Sue Storm. Anthony Mackie, Captain America. Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. Letitia Wright, the new Black Panther. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Wyatt Russell, U.S. Agent. Tenoch Huerta Meja? I'm going to feel real stupid if I mispronounce that. Reprising the role of Namor from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That was a surprise. Ebon Moss-Backrack, playing Ben Grimm, a.k.a. The Thing. Simu Liu, reprising the role of Shang-Chi from the movie Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. My girl, Florence Pugh, reprising the role of Yelena Belova. Got Kelsey Grammer, reprising the role of Beast from the OG X-Men movies. Well, X-Men 3, X-Men Days of Future Past, as well as the Marvels. We have Lewis Pullman, presumably reprising the role of Sentry. Danny Ramirez, reprising his role as Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon. We have Joseph Quinn, reprising his role as the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four First Steps film. We have David Harbour, reprising his role as Red Guardian. We have Winston Duke, reprising his role as M'Baku, the new leader of Wakanda, as of Wakanda Forever. We have Hannah John Kamen from Thunderbolts and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, reprising her role as Ghost. This one really got me happy. Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki in Avengers Doomsday. That's exciting. All right, now here's where the fun shit starts too. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, James Marsden, Channing Tatum, Professor X, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Cyclops, and Gambit. Oh my God. To me, my X-Men, please. I just about shit bricks when I saw Ian McKellen's name pop up. And then I got even more wigged out when I saw Alan Cumming. I was like, whoa, what? Nightcrawler? No fucking way. And then, of course, Pedro Pascal. And then to top off this casting announcement, Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom. As the tagline reads, it all leads to Doom. Avengers, assemble. May 1st, 2026. Now, it was rumored that there were going to be 40 names announced during this whole segment, and I'm going to count them off right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27 with Robert Downey Jr. That's like half. It's my understanding that one Jeff Snyder called into the Christian Harloff show and said, "Oh, I have it on good authority that there are going to be 40 to 50 names announced today." Well, my response to that is,
I take it back. You're not in trouble. You're dead where you stand.
"What happened, Jeff? I thought you had it on good authority." As Ben Affleck would say, "Don't believe everything you hear, son." Oh man, Adam Stabelli in the chat. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Channing is about to make it. I'm about to make a name for myself out here. I wish I could do a fucking Louisiana accent. I suck at it though. Holy shit. Oh shit. My wife. Johnny Bravo. Can't wait to see more Loki. Hi, Pookie. Hi, Pookie. Good to see you too. Biggie Cheese strikes again. All right. I mean, seeing Gambit with the X-Men, I've been waiting for this for a long time, and he's going to make a name for himself. I love that when Channing Tatum was announced, that was literally what everyone said. Like, they've made the memes of, "Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here." Yeah! I love it. I do love it. I love it. I love this cast call, because hot fuck, what a beautiful list of names. You got some old, you got some new. It's like what Iron Man told Rhodey and Cap in Avengers Endgame. We need some new blood. I give you new blood. Now, to answer Rhea's question, who was my favorite announcement from this? Well, I'm gonna be straight. Even though I knew it was gonna happen, Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom. That was my favorite one. Of the names that I didn't expect, I will say Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston was the one that easily got me like, whoa. Love it. Love seeing that. I absolutely love seeing that. I will say, once I heard the X-Men music and then seeing Patrick Stewart's name, I was like, oh, that's clever. And then when I heard the music for Channing Tatum, I was like, oh, is it going to be Deadpool? Is it going to be Blade? Is it going to be Daphne Keene? Like, who from Deadpool and Wolverine is going to show up? And then they put Channing Tatum, and I was like, granted, when I walked out of Deadpool and Wolverine, he was my least favorite thing about that movie. However, upon rewatching the movie, I have grown far more appreciative of what he did with that role. Gambit was always one of my favorite characters from X-Men and X-Men 97. His name's Gambit. Remember it. And we will remember it. We are going to remember it. But Alan Cumming? Alan Cumming hasn't been seen in an X-Men movie since X2. Like, what? Holy shit. On a stick. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. William Powell in the house. Sci-Fi Center. What's up, brother? Figuring Loki would be there, maybe Doom's first target. I was just getting to that. I have thoughts. I have thoughts about this. I have thoughts about X-Men. I have thoughts about things when it comes to this movie. And what do these castings mean? Okay, obviously, let's go down the list, right? Chris Hemsworth. Why is Thor in Avengers Doomsday? Well, because you can't have an Avengers movie without Thor in it. Right. Also, if you want Doctor Doom to really make a name for himself, y'all remember how Thanos straight bitch-mated Hulk in the first minute of Avengers Infinity War? Well, what if Doctor Doom just straight mollywops Thor and takes him off the board in the very beginning of Avengers Doomsday? That'd be something, right? I'd laugh my ass off. Oh my God, I would laugh so hard if Thor gets that wild hair up his ass of like, oh, I'll just go for the head like I did Thanos, and Doom's like, haha, that's cute, and takes him out immediately. That's how you know Doom ain't fucking around. Take him out, get him out. That's how you know. Vanessa Kirby. Well, we already knew, and I guess I'll just go ahead and reiterate this for the rest of the Fantastic Four. We already knew, and by we, myself, William, Rhea, like a couple of us who were in San Diego last summer, we already knew that the Fantastic Four were going to be in both Avengers movies. So this wasn't a surprise. As for Anthony Mackie, pretty much everyone was like under the impression that, like, yeah, he's going to be in it. He's the new Captain America. You kind of need him, right? Sebastian Stan. This one was surprising. Not going to lie. This was very surprising. Because I wasn't sure if Bucky was going to make it out of Thunderbolts. If anything, the funniest thing about the Avengers Doomsday casting is it pretty much confirmed who all was probably going to survive Thunderbolts. Effectively ending the whole narrative of, oh, Thunderbolts is just the Suicide Squad for Marvel. No, it's not. It never was going to be that. Now, Letitia Wright kind of figured that was going to happen. You can't have a new Avengers movie without Black Panther. She is effectively the Black Panther for the MCU as we are talking right now. Paul Rudd, is anyone really surprised to see his name here? Because I'm not. I'm really not. I like Paul Rudd. It's fine. Like, he's great in it, sure. But Ant-Man Quantumania was fine. I wish they would have kept him and Hope Van Dyne in the quantum realm. That would have made the stakes for that so much better. But I digress. All right, Wyatt Russell. Again, like, this kind of just goes into the whole Thunderbolts conversation of, like, wow, they survived. Cool beans. Now, Tenoch Huerta, Mija, I am going to fuck that up. I apologize to any of my, Hispanic listeners and viewers. Like, if I fuck that up, please tell me if I'm fucking that up. Dave, if you're watching, let me know if I'm mispronouncing that, please. I'm not surprised to see Namor. Namor is famously an occasional member of the Avengers. He is a member of the Illuminati. He also famously seduced Sue Storm. Do I think that's going to happen in this movie? I think at the very least they will poke fun at that notion. Obviously, Ebon Moss-Bachrach speaks for itself. He's the Thing, Fantastic Four, etc. Simu Liu. Okay. How the fuck Shang-Chi factors into all this? I don't know. I don't care how you do it, what way you do it. You got my man back there, and he's going to fucking whoop some ass. I'm fucking prepped for this. This is going to be great. I can't wait for this shit. Florence Pugh. Like, what can I say about Florence Pugh that hasn't already been said, right? Like, I love that woman as an actress. She's a beautiful performer. She's a great actress in her own right. She has so much range. She's just super fucking great at what she does, and I will watch her in anything. She was the best part about Black Widow. I can't wait to watch Thunderbolts. The fact she's coming back here, I'm like, yes. Kelsey Grammer was a surprise. Like that, the first Kelsey Grammer has the privilege and the honor of being the first person from an X-Men film and being the first member of the X-Men cast in an Avengers project. Having his name shown first. That is a fucking high honor and privilege, and I love that. I love that for him, and I can't wait to see how Beast plays a part in this movie. Obviously, it's going to have something to do with what happened at the end of the Marvels. Lewis Pullman, Sentry. Well, Sentry is also an Avenger, so I can see that happening for sure. I'm not really surprised why. Danny Ramirez, Joaquin Torres. Yeah, you're bringing in Sam Wilson. You may as well bring his Falcon along too. Joseph Quinn, My Human Torch. Can't wait. Really can't wait for that. That's going to be amazing. Again, like I've already reiterated this whole notion. Like the Fantastic Four were already confirmed for both of these movies, so it's really not surprising to see them and his name. David Harbour. Not going to lie. Kind of expected him to bite the bullet in Thunderbolts. Was kind of surprised to see him here. Winston Duke. Not that surprised to see him there. Again, he is, while Shuri has taken the mantle of Black Panther, M'Baku is the leader of Wakanda now. So it stands to reason that he would be a part of this. Hannah John Kamen. Again, surprising. Because basically everyone except Taskmaster from the Thunderbolts is going to be in this fucking movie. Which is like, oh, Taskmaster's probably going to die. Probably. I already gushed about Tom Hiddleston. I can't wait for that. But to William's point, I agree, because if Doom's plan is to effectively create one single universe, that would make Loki, who's currently holding the entire multiverse together, a prime target of Doctor Doom. So he will likely meet his end by the end of this movie. Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, like, what more can I say that hasn't already been said? This is the power dynamic of the X-Men. You have Xavier and Magneto coming back, like these two, the big guns of the X-Men franchise, arguably the biggest guns behind Wolverine of the X-Men franchise. God, I love that so much. And then, of course, Alan Cumming, didn't see that coming. No pun intended. No pun intended, I swear. But holy shit, like, Nightcrawler. Rebecca Romijn and James Marsden and Channing Tatum. Okay, obviously, here's the thing about all of this, about all the X-Men. Looking at Multiverse of Madness, looking at the Marvels, looking at Deadpool and Wolverine. Gambit, comic accurate. Beast, comic accurate. Wolverine, comic accurate. Professor X, comic accurate. Even X-Men 97, accurate. They gave him the yellow float chair, for fuck's sake. I'm calling it now. We're going to see all of them in fucking X-Men gear. We are going to see Alan Cumming in a red and black suit, and he's going to have fucking twin scimitars. That's going to be dope as fuck. If I see Alan Cumming in a red and black Nightcrawler outfit and he's got fucking twin scimitars, I will fucking cream. No joke. I will fucking cream. Someone clip that. I'll pay you $5. Swear to God. I will fucking cream. Rebecca Romijn, if you give her the outfit or a similar outfit that Jennifer Lawrence wore at the end of Apocalypse, you've done what you needed to do. Enough said. And James Marsden, again, like, if you put him in that blue suit with the yellow cross thing in his belt and he says, "To me, my X-Men," I will just jump for joy. Pedro Pascal, we know. Robert Downey Jr., we know. And Adam, thank you for bringing this up, because I have a picture of this. I have a picture of this. Funny enough. Hold on. Let me find it first. Where are my downloads at? Folder. Downloads. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it either. Huh. Where the fuck is it? That's not it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, here it is. Okay. Found it. Found it. Okay. Got it. Got it. So on that same announcement under Marvel's Instagram post, Robert Downey Jr. says, "That's what you call a deep bench of talent. Actually, it's more like a row, but an extra long one. That must be it. Right? Marvel Studios. There's always room for more." So obviously, there's some very noticeable names missing from this list. You have Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, Famke Jensen, maybe Anna Paquin, although I don't see her coming back because I know she's dealing with some kind of illness, so I don't think Rogue's coming in. Big obvious ones would obviously be Mark Ruffalo, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tatiana Maslany. Her name's not on there either. Oh, am I forgetting someone? Oh, right. Spider-Man. Which one? That's the question, right? Like all three of them. Everyone's like, oh, where are Toby, Tom, and Andrew? Well, Tom Holland's pretty busy filming the Odyssey right now. So that's probably why he didn't get a chair off the top, because he's filming that movie with Nolan. I would also guarantee that if Andrew and Toby are in one, if not both of these movies, they are more than likely in Secret Wars as opposed to Doomsday. That's my guess. Now, as for Halle Berry, Ryan Reynolds, and Hugh Jackman, why were they not given chairs right off the top? Because you don't want to spoil any surprises. We're talking about a fucking Marvel movie. We're not even only talking about a fucking Marvel movie. We're talking about like one of the biggest Marvel movies ever. Avengers Doomsday, right? You want to hold off on some surprises. You want people to go see the damn movie and then come out and be like, wow, holy shit, I didn't expect to see Storm show up and do this thing. Well, yeah, no shit. She wasn't announced off the top. They wanted to keep her role a surprise. They want everything to be a surprise. That's why they didn't give everyone a chair. And also, people probably didn't get chairs because they're probably busy doing other stuff at the moment. Filming is just beginning on this. So if you see someone who doesn't have a chair spotted in the UK, like for example, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Tom Holland's easily like the most believable one because they are filming the Odyssey over there. And from what I understand, he's going straight from the Odyssey to Spider-Man. And he's probably going to film some stuff back to back for Spider-Man, this, maybe even Secret Wars if they really want to knock out some stuff for that right away. Maybe. I don't know. But that's my guess. Adam, thank you for bringing that up because I had that picture. Well, I didn't have it ready at the go, but I knew I had it. Because I wasn't going to go dig through the Marvel comments section for that. I hope Nightcrawler has a cool fight scene because that White House scene in X2 is one of the best White House scenes I've ever seen. I agree. I feel like you don't bring in Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler and not do anything with it because, come on, you need him to do something bitching, and it's going to be bitching to see him back. Now, to William's point, I don't see this becoming Avengers versus X-Men. I have seen this notion on threads, and I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid for people to be like, oh, are they doing Avengers versus X-Men? No. Is the movie called Avengers versus X-Men? No. It's called Avengers Doomsday because Dr. Doom is the villain. He's the villain of this and Secret Wars. And what Doom does in Secret Wars, effectively, like his end goal is to merge universes together into one so he can be God Emperor Doom. I don't know if they'll call him that, but he's going to make one universe under Doom. That's the thing. Now, will there be a possible skirmish? A disagreement? Yeah, probably. I could see James Marsden's Cyclops and Sam Wilson's Captain America be fucking button heads. I could see that happening. Also a notable absence that just came to me. Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Why wasn't she given a chair? Well, think about it this way. What does her character do in the MCU? She goes around the fucking universe, the vastness of space, and she deals with intergalactic bullshit. And my guess is she's probably going to have a part to play along with Teyonah Parris, because Teyonah Parris' character, Photon, is stuck in the universe where Beast is. So yeah, they're probably in that fucking movie too. And Dr. Doom, just like Thanos, is going to be secretly the main character of the film. Correct. I agree completely. Did the Marvel casting announcement, did the Marvel do a cast announcement like this for Infinity War and Endgame? I don't think they did. I feel like Doomsday will somewhat be an adaptation of Time Runs Out story since that was set up to Hickman's Secret Wars. This is all leading to. I actually have that, and I've been meaning to read it. My buddy Chris Balga over at Marvel Alliance graciously gave me all of those to read, and I still have yet to read them. So I'll get to that when I get to that. I think Larson is doing see, there you go. She's doing Broadway. So even if she's doing Broadway right now, chances are if she films anything for this, it'll be probably like a week or a weekend's worth of work She's there in and out. No one needs to know. Charlie Cox not getting involved because bingo, Mumbutt's correct. They're shooting Daredevil season 2 right now, and boy, there are spoilers flying around for that. And I'm not going to show them here, but if you want to see some pictures of Matt Murdock's newest costume, it's Shadowland, and I can't fucking wait, then go look on the internet. I'm sure you will find them. Monica Rambeau is probably going to be in the film because my theory is the X-Men you've seen in the film are from the universe of the Marvel's post-credit scene. Yes, that is a good guess. That is 100% a good guess. And it is also probably not the same universe that Wolverine and Deadpool are currently in. They're two different universes, as we know. The one thing I want to see in Secret Wars is Hulk holding up a mountain. The one thing I want to see in Secret Wars is the Hulk fight the Thing. That's what I want to watch. I want to see Mark Ruffalo's the Hulk fight the Thing. Now, here's who's not going to be in either one of these movies. This is our last topic before I got to bounce. But you know who's not going to show up? Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Now, Ben Affleck did a big, giant interview with GQ, and he was reflective of his time on Batman, but it also really just goes over a lot of what he had went through in his entire career. Like this literally spans his entire career. And I actually really like the title of this. If you guys want to check it out, it's right here. I'm going to put it in the chat for everyone. That way you all can check it out. It's a really great read. But there's the link for it right there in GQ. It's the poll at. Yeah, everyone thinks Bradley Cooper is Jor-El and Superman, of course. Okay. The thing I really wanted to touch on, though, is this bit right here. God, I love that picture of him. He's such a boss. Such a boss. Okay, so this is a really massive read. It's a massive interview. And this is the part I wanted to emphasize right here was, do you have a coherent thought or postmortem on your time with the Batman character? Ben says, quote, I had a really good time. I love doing the Batman movie. I love Batman v Superman. And I like my brief stints on The Flash that I did. And when I got to work with Viola Davis on the Suicide Squad for a day or two, in terms of creatively, I really think that I like the idea and the ambition that I had for it, which was sort of older, broken, damaged Bruce Wayne. It was something we really went for in the first movie. And I love that. I like that he said that. And I'm really, really glad to know that he had fun with that. Definitely. And I really do not like the second part that people ran with and just turned into a headline. I hated this. I absolutely hated this, that people took this shit and ran it and turned it into a headline. This is the part that I hate. Quote, but what happened was it started to skew too old for a big part of the audience. Like even my own son at the time was too scared to watch the movie. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, we have a problem. Then I think that's when you had a filmmaker that wanted to continue down that road and a studio that wanted to recapture all the younger audience at cross purposes. Then you have two entities, two people really wanting to do something different. And that is a really bad recipe. That part pissed me off. Not so much what he said and why he said it. I understand what he was getting at 100%. The thing that pissed me off about that was that it was used as a headline. It was used as clickbait. It was used for more dourness on his time as Batman and on his time in the DCU and the DCU in general. And basically trying to make it look like that, oh, well, there were issues between Zack Snyder and the studio. Fucking, this is why this shit failed. I fucking hate that was used as a goddamn headline grab. I hate that. That shit pisses me off. That is garbage reporting is what that is. because you're literally just fishing for a story. And I hate that shit. But this whole interview with GQ was fucking awesome. I will say that. But when I got to that part that I just read, I was like, that's going to get taken out of context. That's going to get spun by media. Sure enough, that is exactly what happened. And again, that shit really pissed me off when I started seeing it rammed, just regurgitated left and right. That's the thing that people ran with. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Because of course, we're going to completely gloss over the fact that he said he had a great time working on Batman and BVS, The Flash, Suicide Squad, and just go right to, oh shit, we have a problem. Oh, there was a problem. Oh, this isn't working. Of fucking course. Of course. That's what clickbaiters, that's what fucking regurgitators, that's what they all wanted to do. They ran with it, and it disgusted me. You seen the Bane co-creator saying he didn't like Absolute Bane look? Yeah, I saw Graham Nolan talk about that. I was like, good for you, man. I don't really care all that much. I like it. I think Absolute Bane looks dope as fuck. Braden says, Ben Affleck does not want to be part of the superhero genre anymore. Who can blame him? If I was screwed over by WB over and over again, would not want anything to do with the superhero genre. Yeah, he says that. Where does he say that? He says that in this interview, and I'm trying to find that spot where he says it. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really find it, but basically, like, he more or less, Ben Affleck made it pretty clear he's not doing superhero films ever again. And I don't blame him. He's doing stuff with Artist Equity. Him and Matt Damon run that. He's happily producing and making movies. I will watch, and whatever he produces, directs, acts in, I will watch it for sure. Like, I can't wait for The Accountant 2 I think that's next week. No, that's April 16th. Is The Accountant Part 2. Hold on. That is April 25th. Okay, that's next month. Literally like a month away from today. Less than a month away. But yeah, man, I love Ben Affleck. I think he's easily one of the smartest people in Hollywood working today. He has a very solid understanding of how AI is utilized. He has a very solid understanding of the way the business is right now. He and I really like the way that Artist Equity operates and how everyone puts in the work and they all get rewarded accordingly, as opposed to a traditional studio system, which will screw you and take advantage of you, which I think him being who he is and having the career that he has, he's seen the goods and the bads. So I sympathize with him on everything. This whole fucking article was just a great read. I love Ben Affleck. I wish him the best. He's my favorite Batman, easily. And I'm if there's someone who's not going to show up in Doomsday or Secret Wars, it's probably him. Unless Marvel really throws him a giant bag of money and he goes, fuck it, fine, whatever. We'll see. What is everyone else saying? Still disappointed we didn't get the solo Affleck Batman movie. I was so hoping we would. I agree, Adam. Maybe one day we'll get like an animated version of it, or we'll get the script leaked online. We'll see. Yeah, see, everyone's like, I want to see his Batman movie. If Ben Affleck Batman film did happen, we would not have the Batman. We would have the Penguin show. I agree. But that is all I have for you fine fillers. Thanks again for everyone who tuned in. Adam, thanks for stopping in for the first time. Braden, Mumbwa, Cameron Walker, Rhea, Dalton, William, Johnny, Draven. I don't know if Draven was here. RJ, Little Movie Perp, Derpy Entertainment, Venom Slash, Chainsaw, Donovan, Ronan. Like, again, thank you everybody. And if I missed you, I apologize. Thank you everyone who tuned in. As always, you guys, if you guys want to follow me, unfiltered, Vero, Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, you can follow my show here every Friday, Friday Phil. Hit that like and subscribe button. Do the thing. Do that thing. Do this thing. Do that thing. I would greatly appreciate it. Just do that thing. Tell your friends. Greatly appreciate that too. Also listen to my Batman podcast. My buddy Chainsaw and I did an episode last night. It's up today. We're talking about, ironically enough, the current state of Batman in cinema as it stands today. We go over the Clayface movie. We go over past Batman, where Batman is right now, the state of the DCU, a bunch of other shit. It was a really great 2-hour conversation. A lot of fun. You can catch me on Council Creators every Wednesday. You can catch me on Party Nation every Tuesday. You can usually catch me on the Vodka stream every Friday. That'll just be probably in an hour and a half, 2 hours from now. Mr. Dave the Film Junkie. You can catch him again in an hour and a half. That's about it, guys. We will be here as more developments happen for Avengers Doomsday. We'll be here next week, probably talking about the Superman trailer. We'll be here talking about anything and everything pop culture nerd. Chances are I am probably going to do a surprise live stream early Wednesday morning for the Switch 2 stuff. I will definitely be doing that. I actually took the day off because I could do that. So if you guys want to check that out, I will be up early Wednesday morning doing that. But until then, as I always like to say, stay safe, take care. Don't let any rats ruin your day. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Much love. Take care.